cover and you don't want to have to be like weeding all the time, this is your problem solver. It's Roberta's 6-piece Wow Series ice plants. They will ship to you as 6 actively growing plants, 2 each of the hot pink, hot orange, and limoncello. That works out to about $4.60 each, and they come home to you, shipped for free, for a $9.20 easy pay. Or $5.52 if you use your Q card. M90294, Stephanie Walline is joining us again. And I remember the first time I presented these, I think it was our first ever show together, and I was like, I didn't even know something like that existed. But it's the perfect problem solver. I love ground cover, first of all.
I love ground covers too, Terry. So I'm so happy that you are as excited about this as I am. Similarly to that lamium, that's a ground cover, that's a problem solver. This is that, but this is going to be for the other areas of the garden, the sunny, dry, the areas that your hose will not reach or that you just really don't feel like walking all the way out to water. This is where this ice plant comes in. You know, my brother, he recently planted like 50 plants along the hottest part of his driveway. And come the summertime, once those start to bloom, it's going to be the most beautiful. As he's driving home from work, he's going to just be graced with all that beautiful color. And this is what the ice plant is good for. It's a winter hardy, evergreen, flowering, succulent ground cover. And that's a lot of words, but basically it's a problem solver. So plant this, like you were mentioning, in those really rocky, your poor soil areas, the parts of the yard, like I mentioned, that you can't reach with the hose. This is the solution for you.
So you don't even really have to worry about watering it. I mean, that's me, because like sometimes I forget, and then we know what happens usually with most plants. If you forget with this one, it's going to take care of itself because they're succulents.
Exactly. So you can actually feel on that plant, Terry, that the foliage is almost like squishy. It feels kind of gummy. And if you broke one open, it's full of liquid. And so that's what makes it a succulent and makes it so drought tolerant. And, you know, these varieties actually come from Japan. And the man who created these varieties, he wanted a plant that was going to last all summer long when he was on vacation, and it was still going to, you know, be beautiful and thriving. And so imagine if you have even a vacation home and you want some easy maintenance, you don't want to go and order the mulch year in and year out. I mean, personally, like you mentioned before, mulch looks good for about 2 weeks.
I know.
But it smells. It's really expensive.
I can't stand the smell.
Yes. And it's back-breaking labor to have to, you know, lay that every year. You just have to plant this ice plant once, and it's going to do the work for you literally by spreading on its own, smothering those weeds out, and looking beautiful, giving you these bright bursts of color.
Yeah, think of it as living mulch. You buy it once at like a tenth of the cost that it would be to mulch, and then it comes back year after year, and it will continue to spread out on its own. I mean, speaking of, how many should, if we want it to look like the picture right there, where like you can't even see the ground underneath it, much less any weeds, how far apart do you plant them so we could pick up multiples?
Great question. So one of the 6 plants is going to spread about 18 to 24 inches, and I actually took that photo, Terry. That was just around the corner from my home in Oceanside, California, and my jaw dropped when I saw that spread and those beautiful hot pink flowers. So that's probably 2 collections. One collection is going to give you about 8 to 10 square feet. So, you know, for this value, pick up multiple sets and just make, you know, no more mulch. This is truly a mulch replacer that's going to give you beautiful color 6 months out of the year, and it's evergreen 12 months out of the year.
I know. Evergreen for the rest of the year. And look how it spills over on that rock wall. I mean, this is a problem solver, but it's just so beautiful too. You're getting 2 each of the hot pink, the hot orange, and the limoncello. M90294 is your item number. Thank you, Stephanie. Oh, and it's time for the hostas. And these were brand new, just last week. We're gonna do the Climax hostas.